Hey everyone, Adam here. In today's video, what we're going to be going over is a Facebook ad tutorial, more specifically for beginners. And this right here is basically if you already have your business manager set up as well as your Pixel and all that kind of stuff. I can make another video on how to basically go ahead and set that up, but in this one, we're just going to be going straight into it on how to set up a campaign, and specifically with an e-commerce example, and more particularly with Supergoop as an example. So basically this brand here, that's what I'm showing you here. This sunscreen is actually really good. We'll use this as an example here. So first things first, once you have your account created, you got your Pixel installed, all that kind of stuff. Once again, I can make another video on that if you guys need help with that. But yeah, what we're going to do is a tutorial on how to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit create campaign. And because it's an e-commerce sample, what we're going to do is we're going to optimize for sales. And what we're going to do is do a manual sales campaign. And so once you're in here, what you're gonna have to do first things first is name your campaign. So similar to the Pinterest example that I was showing, what you wanna do is you want to basically segment it out by country, which countries you're targeting, as well as basically where they are in the funnel. So in this case, what we're gonna be doing is like, basically the three main ones are like cold, warm, and hot. So cold is if they've never heard about your brand, okay? And then warm is if they've engaged with either your Facebook or Instagram page. And then basically hot is if they've been to the site in general, right? So what we're gonna do, let's just do US, and then we're just gonna do cold, okay? So that's how we're gonna set it up. And then basically you have an option here as well to do an advantage campaign budget. Typically when we're testing, I don't recommend that. And that I think it's much better for scaling, in my honest opinion, once you already have your interests and everything ready to go. Not ready to go, but like already proven out. But in this case, what we're going to do is we're just going to go hit next, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to do your ad set name. We're going to name that after once we figure it out. You're going to want to drive to the website, maximum number of conversions. In this case, I do have my Pixel. And conversion event, what we're going to do is we're going to do purchase, okay? Now, typically, what I do recommend is, for e-commerce is make sure that you already have like proof of concept with your brand. You've already driven traffic organically, with other methods as well, and you got the Pixel installed. And so basically you're already gathering traffic. And once you have that all ready to go, you can just go straight for purchase, to be honest. If you have zero data, you have like next to no traffic to your site, next to no like customer sales, I wouldn't recommend that. And to be honest, I wouldn't even recommend running ads until you actually got that proof of concept and also all the traffic. Because at the end of the day, Meta is really just it's a data platform. The more, data you have on all the traffic, on all the buyers and all that kind of stuff, the better the targeting is going to be. You can build audiences that look like people have already been to your site. You can start retargeting day one. So everything just becomes so much more profitable, so much stronger. So that's something to note as well. But yeah, now in terms of budget, typically, it's going to really range in terms of your budget, and two, the average order value for the brand. So because we're doing Supergoop as an example, their sunscreen typically is about, 22 to 38 bucks and all that kind of stuff. So we could get away with a $10 to $15 budget. In this case, we're going to do 3 audiences. So let's go with $15 a day. And at this budget, you're going to want to leave it for 2 to 3 days and let it run. Start date, I'll just leave it for right now, and I can pause it after. Now, when you get to this section here, what we're going to do is we're not going to do Canada. We're going to do United States. Crap. And then we'll get rid of Canada for now. And genders, honestly, for Supergoop, we're going to do only women. Okay, so now detailed targeting. So this is actually really important. This is like, part of the big 3, I guess, in terms of, like who you're targeting, basically your creative, and then your ad copy. I guess your product too is also probably part of the big 3, I guess. But really your detailed targeting is very important. So first part here, I showed this in another previous video. So typically what you're going to want to start off with is interests and maybe one lookalike. In this case, what we're going to do is we're just going to do 3, we're going to do 3 different audiences, and in this case, going to be 3 interests. So basically the way I break it down is like you're going to have your general niche audiences. So let's take it for any kind of niche. Let's take the motorcycle niche, right? You're gonna have your general niche audiences, right? Custom motorcycle helmet, motorcycle racing, all that stuff. And then you're gonna have motorcycle brands, right? So that's gonna be BMW, Ducati, Harley Davidson, right? And then you're gonna have your models, bobber, chopper, cruiser. Like if someone likes chopper, like they ride motorcycles. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Celebrities that ride. If you do this, what you want to do is you want to basically flex it with the niche. So if we do Tom Cruise, which he does actually like motorcycles, and you flex it with motorcycle, then that's another angle, right? So you basically want to try these different angles. And the last one here is like magazines, right? So Easy Riders magazine, Classic Bike, Motorcycle News. So in this case, what we could do is we could take like one of each, like one motorcycle magazine, one celebrity that rides, one model, one brand, and one interest, see what does best, right? And then let's just say the models, Bobber, we test that out, it does really well. Well, let's just go ahead and test out more type of motorcycle models, right? Because we already know that works. Like, it's kind of a proven category, if you will. And same thing with the dog niche, right? You have dog brands like BarkBox, Hills Pet Nutrition, Petco, Petland, PetSmart, and then you have general dog interests, dog food, dog park, dog toy, all this sort of stuff. Dog breeds, right? Then you have Boxer, Doberman Pinscher, Golden Retriever, yada, 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 right? And then you have other top interests flex with dogs. This means they have to be interested in, one of these as well as be interested in dogs. Now, depending on your brand, these are just some random examples that I've taken that have actually worked really well for a brand that we work with. But say, for instance, they're engaged, you flex with dogs, married, flex with dogs. They're into hockey, National Hockey League, Vancouver Canucks, flex with dogs. These are just random interests, like, just take this with a grain of salt and like kind of just an example. Then you could also do big brands flex with dogs, like Amazon.com flex with dogs, Costco. Notice how these are different categories that we're going after. And then dog influencers, right? Season live. You could even go just celebrities that have dogs and really post about them, and then flex it with dogs. Another angle as well, right? So in this case, what we're gonna do, and typically how we find it is what we'll do is we'll actually just dig through and see the audience and like just see who comments. Like, for example, this girl here, I already pulled her up in another. So she's already engaged. She already, like, this looks like a Supergoop customer, right? So you want to see what she posts about, what brand she wears, all that sort of stuff. And then also go to the following. Like, who does she follow? Like, what kind of brands, what kind of celebrities, all that sort of stuff. And if you scroll down, I think I already did the research on this, Kim Kardashian, right? So that's an example. So that's a really good one. So when I did the example here, what we did, first interest is just sunscreen, skincare. The brand was Neutrogena, and celebrity influencer was actually Kim Kardashian, flex with sunscreen. And because the audience literally likes this celebrity, it's very powerful. You can let it go to another one. This lady here, she actually likes Neutrogena. And also I researched largest sunscreen brands. Literally Neutrogena's on there. Like, they got two of like, they just got, I actually have another Neutrogena, sunscreen. It's actually really, really good. So yeah, we're going to basically do that, and the flexible sunscreen, and that right here, Neutrogena, we already know it works. This lady here, she basically like literally bought from, she literally is a customer of the brand as you go along. And it's really powerful. This is like another customer. She literally has the Unseen sunscreen, and you could just get so much info from it. TJ Swim, all these different celebrities. You can keep going. Kylie Jenner, another influencer. Revolve, that's a really, really good, brand that you could flex with sunscreen. Sherry Hill, Aritzia. Like, you can kind of get a sense of who these people are. Yeah, I already kind of know what this girl is. She's also into finance too. That's interesting. Gymshark, Alexis Ren. There's a lot of good interest on here. Prada, interesting. Zara, you know what I mean? So there's all these brands that they already like that are kind of related to the niche. Like Starbucks. Like, it's kind of obvious that, like, if someone likes Starbucks, they're also, like, Starbucks and Supergoop, they're kind of going to have some affinity, right? So that's basically the thought process for all that. I went on a bit of a rant there, but it's actually very, very important. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in sunscreen here. So that's basically, basically bottom line, you want to spend a good amount of time researching the audience. And then what we're going to also do is just do advanced placements. So very, very simple. And to start off, you want to leave it broad, unless the age range is just nobody like that's, like, there's no shot if they're like below 25 they're going to buy, or if they're over 50 they're going to buy. Then you could do that. But what we're going to do is we're just going to grab the interest here. Okay, so we're just going to copy this, and then we're just going to paste it on the top. Okay, and then last part we're going to do, everything's good. US, pretty straightforward, very straightforward here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to come up with the ad. So we're going to manually upload. We're going to do a single image. In this case, we're going to do a single image and we're going to do a video. Okay, so single image right there, boom. And what we're going to do is a lifestyle single image, so someone holding the product, and then we're going to do a product video. So you want to basically do different angles also with the ads. I'm probably going to make a more in-depth video on how to like do ads. That's a whole nother topic, to be honest. For this one, we're going to dove into a bit of audiences and basically just kind of the whole setup. But yeah, ad copy, that's another one we'll get into in another video. Basically this right here. Let me know if you guys need help with ad copy and all that kind of stuff. That's also very important. Headline, we're going to do your fave SPF primer. Everything's already broken down. Description is going to be 100% clean, refund, and cruelty free. We're going to hit shop now, and we're going to correct that. And then for the website URL, what we're going to do is we're just going to send it straight to the bestsellers. Okay. And then what I like to do is hit preview URL and make sure it works, which it does. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say when we launch this. So right now it's January. Okay. And then we're going to say is we're going to describe the creative, which is like it's a lifestyle image. I'm going to say lifestyle image, and then we're just going to describe the ad copy, #1 bestseller. So once we see that right here, so now we know when it was launched roughly, what kind of creative was, and then also what basically the ad copy was. #1 bestseller, yeah. And then you kind of remember this right here. So that's basically the ad. So you can see here right off the gate, obviously it's going to say Supergoop if it was, that was the brand. This is just my personal page that I use. It's a #1 bestseller for a reason, boom. And then you have a clean headline and everything right there. So what you're going to do, Pixel, everything's all good. You're going to hit publish. And once that publishes, we're going to show how to launch the second ad, and then we're also going to show how to do those others. So what I like to do is once the ad's published, what I like to do is do the second ad, and then you can duplicate them over, and then we can do our we can do our 2 other audiences as well, and then you'll basically be all set to go for the launch. So what we're going to do here, we're going to duplicate this, and then we're going to scroll down. We're going to exit out of this right here. We're going to add media. We're actually going to keep the ad copy and everything same. And then we're going to go upload this video here. And once it does that, it usually changes this call to action to learn more. So we're just going to go back and we're going to change it to shop now. And then we're going to keep that all the same. We're going to change the video. We're going to go product video. And then we're also going to change this, and we're going to get rid of this copy so it's all clean. So everything's very similar, and we have our video there. Pretty straightforward, and everything stays the same, and we're good to go. Okay, so we have our 2 ads. We have our 1 ad set, which is the sunscreen. So yeah, we have our 2 ads right here, and easy duplicate, very straightforward. Now we know exactly, hey, we have 2 ads. One of them is a lifestyle image, one of them is a product video. #1 bestseller is the ad copy. We have our campaign, which is US colds. We know it's all going to cold traffic, and we have our interest here, which is sunscreen, skincare. And the last step here is we're going to duplicate this, and the number of copies, because we have 2 more interests here. What we're going to do is we're actually just going to go 2. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here, and we're going to keep that there, and we're going to go brand, we're going to go Neutrogena right here. So what I'm going to do, I like to go Neutrogena, and then I just hit dash there, so that way it's like they have to like Neutrogena and they have to like sunscreen. And then same thing with the Kim Kardashian here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to grab Kim Kardashian right here. And then we're gonna pop that right in front, and I'm also gonna capitalize that. Okay, so Kim Kardashian, they have to like Kim Kardashian and they have to like skincare. So all we have to do is we just have to fill everything in. So because we duplicated it, everything's all stays the same, right? So what we do is we just scroll down here, and because they have to like sunscreen right here. Oops, let me just get the right run. Sunscreen, skincare, there it is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit define further, and then we're going to grab the Neutrogena, okay? So Neutrogena cosmetics, okay? So they have to like Neutrogena and they have to like sunscreen, and then we're going to click over to here, okay? And then we're going to define further, and we're going to hit Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, that should show up. television personality. There she is. Okay. So, and then once that's all good, everything all stays the same. Everything's labeled correctly. What we're going to do is you're going to click shift on your computer, and then you're going to highlight this, and then you're just going to hit publish on both. So now we have our one campaign, which is US cold, okay? And then we have our 3 ad sets all going towards cold traffic with people that audiences that we know are going to work because we've literally done our research on people who have literally like engaged with our posts and people who have bought, you know what I mean? So, you know, Unscreen Sunscreen is my favorite. Use it, you know what I mean? So we already know that, sure, we'll leave a like on this. Like, we already know their customers, and then we'd basically just, like, off of this, the Michelle girl, we've already done the research on, like, what these people like, and so it's literally perfectly in line. Ad copy and everything, and ads we'll cover in another one. And then we basically made, you know, 2 ads, basically, and 1 product video, and 1 lifestyle image. So this is a pretty solid launch, pretty quickly that we put together. So I hope you enjoyed this video here, and let me know any questions in the comments or anything like that. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.